I'm waiting for the camera. Thank God. Oh my gosh. All I had to do was shut the phone off and back on and then move it over an inch or two in some weird. How are you? Merry Christmas. You guys, I almost lost it. I lost the shot there again. So the reception's interesting in this house. So it's very cool. Thanks for being with me. And I'll tell you what, I'm ready to make a very convenient Christmas dinner, and it's pretty, so basically I like to prep first when I cook because I'm all about time management. So I got everything ready here, and I have there's 3 greens on here. There's asparagus, spinach leaves, and green onion. And over here I have the parsley, and this is a little bit of oregano, and if it isn't, it sounds good, right? No, I'm pretty sure that one's oregano. Let me see, because normally I don't buy that one that often. Oh, okay, I lied, it's cilantro. All right. So I prep first, even when I'm just not filming it. So this is just a little bit of pepper I have left over. Thank God. All right. And as you notice, I washed it and I cut just whatever's there that is not edible. And I pretty much, so I'm still going to chop it though. It still needs chopping. I've got fresh garlic. I took it out of the things. You know, the little garlic papers, those annoying little things. And I have a carrot, and I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I kind of think, I don't know yet. I kind of think I do. I've got this gorgeous sweet potato. So far, it's all veggie. And I had some leftover ham that I had put into the freezer. And so I pretty much just drizzled some honey on there, and it's already sliced, so I put that in the oven already. Nothing's on actually, so I like to prep. So let's turn the oven on first, and let's go for bake. And it's getting late, so I would there's a hair there, let me remove it there. So I would like the meal to sort of be ready soon, right? So I want to make it on 425 just to give it a boost. Okay, great. And I got an onion, and I like to cut, so this one I didn't prep yet, so let's prep that. I'll just put the Kleenex, that way it'll grab it. I just like to cut off a little bit of the stuff that gets filmy on your vegetable. That one just squirted me in the chin. It's okay. A little onion on the chin won't hurt anybody, right? Okay, so there we go. And anything, so I prepped all the others except this pepper, and I always take off the very edge because it kind of gets filmy. Just freshen it up. And then obviously the tail of it or whatever. Okay, as a matter of fact, let's cut that now, because then I'll rinse my fingers, because sometimes the pepper will burn your skin. So let's just cut that really fine, and I haven't really, let's not put it in. So let's decide which one we're doing first. Let's do the one that cooks, it takes the longest to cook. How about that? All right, so that would be the potato. I mean, this thing's hard as a rock, right? So I have this big knife, but it's a little dangerous because the knife is bigger than the potato. So let's take a section at a time. So I'm gonna do it away from me, obviously. So I want to cut a slit down the middle of this potato. That's how I pictured it when I bought it. So I'm pushing a slit down the middle. Okay. Turn it around. And, okay. And then let's slit the back too, because we want to, hello everybody. We want to make sure that the potato, oh, and I washed it with really hot water. So now I'm pressing down through the back because we want it to cook faster. And it's a good idea to do it anyway because the potato cooks thoroughly. So we'll get down the back there, and then let's give it a few pokes. Since, like I said, it's getting late. Obviously, my other hand is nowhere near that knife, and I'm not pointing it towards me either. I'm pointing it away from me. One more. Okay. So now I want the slit to be bigger so I could drizzle honey butter down the center. So let's make it a little bigger there. Here, at this point, you could cut one section at a time. You're literally cutting it because if it splits open, that's okay. All right, and now the other side. Getting a little rambunctious with a knife there. All right, be careful. All right, so now it's not splittable yet. I'd like it a little more splittable, so I'm gonna take my little knife, and now I don't need this big knife anymore, actually. That was only for the potato, and I did not get myself. Whew. Okay, so here you want to work on it a little bit. So I want it to still be one big potato and then split it between me and my mom when I serve it. Okay. See, there we go, there we go, there we go. There we go. Uh-huh. Ah, it sounded so satisfying. So there it is. It's good that it's still intact. I pre-oiled this with just regular vegetable oil, and I put that in there. And I'm going to, so I have butter for it. So I'm going to take this butter and cut it into like chunks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I'm going to put it in the center of the potato. 1, 2, I could smash it in there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, great. See, I'm smashing it in there. And just get the butter in there. Sometimes I just let the butter drape down the side, but today I really want to make sure that the butter's, see, look how beautiful. It's even staying on its own. You could even rub the butter in a little bit. Oops, a part of butter just literally landed on my face. Okay, so there we go. And that has a little oil in there, so that should be okay. As a matter of fact, you could take the butter and rub it into the bottom some more. That way this doesn't, because the skin is like one of the best parts, right? So rub it into the bottom so most of the skin doesn't stick. Now, take your honey, right? And give it a nice stream down the middle first, and then a little bit of design, you know, okay? And then take a little bit and put it on the bottom too. Rub it in. Voila, there's our sweet potato dish. Yay! I was just gonna say, I hear the crowd cheering, and then this thing goes, ba-da-da. I wanted you to hear how cute. All of my appliances, they chime. It's so adorable. Okay, so that's done, so let's stick it in, right? Let's stick it in. And actually, let's just use this for now instead of washing my hand, because they're gonna get, the butter is pretty much gonna go everywhere anyway. So, okay. So you have that. It's at 425, which is good for a potato. Stick it right in the middle, on the top, in the center. All right. Let's move on to the next dish. As a matter of fact, let me wash my hands. Because it's too greasy. Okay. Hello, how are you? Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching. Let's go on to the next dish. Thank you for your compliments. Okay, so the one that takes the second longest to cook would probably be the green bean casserole, because we want that one to really have a while to bake. So let's go ahead. There's a little butter there, and that's fine. And let's see, there's a little oil there. So we're going to take the green beans. I got French cut. All right, 2 cans of that. 1 can of cream of mushroom. And actually, I don't want too much, see? I don't want too much. Like, I have a spoon in case I want to. Let me put some of that to the side. I don't want it to be mushy. Most likely, it'll mix just fine. There's a little bit of water there. I'm going to pour it out. Okay. We don't want any soggy. So I put a little of that cream of mushroom to the side just in case it's too much. No, it's going to be fine. Let's mix it all together gently. We don't want to break the beautiful French cut green beans. Okay, now I got my iodized salt, the one that contains the necessary nutrient, and I want to give that a nice good few shakes there and mix it together. You know what? I think that carrot would be so cute on top of this, actually. Yeah. See? I knew that carrot would find a place. Okay, let's put it all on the bottom, evenly distributed, of the, luckily, disposable pans here. And let's get that carrot and give it a little bit of a festive dressing. All right, so let's move that pepper. Everything's stuck together, it's so cute. All right. Wipe the butter off the knife, that way it doesn't slip. Great. Let's give it, I want like a long one, like, I want a long pieces. Like not a little, not short. See? Sort of like Rudolph's nose, or, you know, like I just picture that carrot, that long carrot nose. And I clean this carrot and then I scrape it with a little bit of, like, the knife, just to get the dirty skin, because sometimes it will have a lot of dirt, like, baked into the skin of the carrot. So sometimes I know there's a lot of nutrients in there also. Ooh, that one's pretty. It's coming out like diamond cuts. Okay, great. Now that one's pretty much done, actually, unless I'm missing something. Yeah, so I was gonna, okay, so I'm contemplating, let's hear, there's like a little fuzz there. All right. So the next dish is going to be sauteed spinach and asparagus. And, oh yeah, I think I wanted to add a little bit of this green onion to this one, yeah. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to change it a little. And then give it a little, that's right, some parsley. Okay, so first let's do the parsley. Yeah, I'm seeing the parsley, but we need some of the parsley though. Don't give it all up, because I want some for the stuffing. Okay, good. All right, now we got this, which is the green onion, and I wanted this for the stuffing. I think I'm just, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put just the chive. Just the chive. of the, here, of the green onion, and then save the green onion part for the stuffing. Okay. And then we have the stuffing after that. So I'm on my second dish. So just give it a little something there. A little different flavor this time. Okay, we'll stick that in. Okay. All right. So let's throw these. So I've got this butter. Let's turn this on. And I've got this butter right here. And I'm going to take a shortcut with the stuffing. So normally I would heat it in the cup, but today I'm just going to mix my garlic saute first and then pour some in the cup. That way I have it for the stuffing. Otherwise I would have put the butter and the garlic, right? Okay. Into the microwave for like 20 seconds. See that fuzz? But instead, I'm going to heat the butter, and then while that's heating, I'm going to cut the garlic, because the garlic is to be used in the sauteed spinach with asparagus, and also in the stuffing. All right, so it looks like I need another pan. Luckily, I got 2 3-packs, so that's good. And I want some of that butter in this, the stuffing thing. So there we go. I could butter that one with, I could grease that. I don't have to get the vegetable oil out. I'll just use butter on there. So I got the butter. I've got the asparagus that's not going in yet, because first I want to make the garlic saute and then set some aside for the stuffing. These are tiny, these garlics, so you should be careful. It's pretty close to your finger. That's why I like using a little knife for pretty much a lot. So, okay. Okay. All right. So throw this garlic in with the butter and let that cook. And heck, give that a little green onion too. Oh yeah, actually add the green onion. That's right. I have to do that for the stuffing anyway. I'll do that in the cup. So whatever the stuff, whatever kind of onion the stuffing is getting, I'll put in the cup now. A whole nother one here, the white of the green onion. Okay. That way that's all mixed together. And then, let's see, I'll get this ready too, which is the oregano. Or the, was it oregano? You guys can remind me if you want. But I usually buy cilantro. What is that again? So that one's cilantro. Okay, so this one is parsley. And this one's cilantro. I wanted both of these, parsley and cilantro, in the, I'm going to chop them real fine. I bunch it up and I chop it. I want it in the stuffing, both of these. So I gather it together and I chop through the bunch, and then just put them together. And the pepper, bring the pepper in and put it all together and give it a couple more slices. Okay, pull that off. We don't want it to burn. Perfect. I can smell when it's ready. So I need about half of this for the asparagus and the spinach. So I'm going to take a spoon and take half of the garlic, put it into the stuffing cup. All right. The stuffing needs a little more. Okay. There. All right. There's a good amount of garlic there. Let's put one more garlic into the stuffing. All right. Great. And now let's throw in the asparagus. The asparagus first, because the spinach, let's put it over here. And let's cook it. Let's cook it for a second. I feel like I want to drop that spinach in too. Let's do that. Here. One more spinach thing. Okay. Let it sink down in there. It seems like I got a few big pieces of asparagus. I cut them off though, the spinach stems and the asparagus stem. It's easier in life, obviously, with this. This would be a lot better. Okay, here. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Let's check the fire. Little high, because I want to do the stuffing while it's cooking. This will definitely be done like in time. Just leave it there. Just push it all down. Okay. Okay, where were we over here? Oops. Okay. All right. Hello. Great. Okay, so now the stuffing. Ta-ta. Great. Another pan. Rub in that butter. I feel another hand washing coming. Okay. Now, I want to pour in I definitely want to pour this in first. Yeah, and let's get the onion ready. Okay, so let's just put the green garnish away so it's there, and we'll mix it all together. And now let's get this onion and let's cut it, the one that we prepped earlier. Let's flip those. Gorgeous spinach and asparagus. I don't think I've ever made it that way. I usually do either. Okay. The onion, I want it like chopped fine, because everything else is fine. Okay. And then turn it this way. I did like 5 slices, and now I'm going to do like 10. Okay. All right. There we go. Any stem I cut off. I don't want anything to be like hard to chew. Okay. There we go. And it smells so good. Like I'm starting to cry. It's so good. Okay. So here we go. And I want more butter than that actually. So I'm going to take what's left of that tray and just put it in here and sort of chop it up a little so it falls evenly. Okay. Now I'm going to pour it in the pan get all that gorgeous. Where's my ginger? I thought I put ginger and everything. Let me get the ginger. Well, not everything, but there's a certain amount to put, you know. There's an art to cooking with ginger, well, cooking in general, and there's a certain amount to put of the ginger to make it taste just right, because everything requires different amounts, right? So, this one again, freshen up the edge. I could feel one of you thinking, I think you need to turn the spinach and the asparagus, and I think you're right. So let's check it out. Okay. Hungry, anyone? Okay, so here's the stuffing. And this would be fine because that just touched the butter. And so mix that evenly, pour the stuffing in. And get a little bit of that ginger now, because I cut the edge off about this much for about that much. Cut the hard part off. And dice it really tiny so it's undetectable, yet sweet and good for the palate. Okay, here we go. Boom. Great. Now let's not leave anything out, like these gorgeous onion pieces or pieces of this parsley. All right. Now we could take our spoon and mix that together. I can tell it's already going to be dry, so I'm not going to put it in there yet until I fix that. So I feel like we did enough butter. See, it's everywhere, and it'll melt. So get them like get them in their corners, the little butter pieces. See, get each butter piece in each corner. Here, cut that one in half and put that one over. Okay. Now, purified water. You don't have to saturate it with butter. It'll melt in there, right? And you can take a little water. This is also an art to knowing how much to pour. So you don't want to soak it, and you also don't want it to be dry. So you give it like an even stream, okay? So I'm going to make it a slow stream. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now mix that together. You know, now it's not dry. It won't have a chance to get dry because the butter will keep it moist. See, it needs a lot of mixing. Perfect. Let's do that. It doesn't matter. I see where the butter pieces are, and if they're too big, I make them smaller and evenly distribute. Believe it or not, it needs a tad bit more water. Trust me on this. Just a little here, a little there, and a little there. Okay, let's turn this fire down on the asparagus / spinach. The potato needs a lot of heat. Let's turn that up. Bake. Let's turn it up to 465 on the potato. All right. Now we put that water in there. Let's mix the stuffing together. That's so cool that I bought cilantro. That's something that I would do in advance. I remember doing it. It's just, I always shop for the next meal, if I'm going to cook a next meal. And I always know like what meal, I don't cook that many meals, but when I do, I like to prep for it. So I make sure I put it on the list first. I don't like leaving anything out, so I'm very organized. This needs a little more water. Believe it or not, it does. It's like, okay. It's just like you would put water on a pasta, and that's purified water. So I'm all about healthy choices. And see, now it's starting to look a little better. Now it needs some salt, a healthy stream. And how about some cracked pepper? Right on top. Now evenly distribute it. Again, if you see any butter, there's a big chunk. Okay. Great. Now I really don't want it to dry like I stated. So I'm going to cover it with some foil so it'll steam and bake at the same time. It will be crispy on the outside and nice and soft on the inside. So I don't like taking any chances. I don't want aluminum foil in the food, so I'm going to cut that piece off because it broke. All right. I'm going to cover it so it'll steam. Okay. I don't see any more food to prep around here. I think we're done. How many dishes do we have? We have the potato in the order that we did them. We have the potato, we have the green bean casserole, and we have the asparagus with the spinach and the stuffing. Notice I didn't cover the green beans. Let's pull that one out, because that one's talking to me. Okay. And then I could use the trivet. Or the trivet. I don't know why I say trivet. The trivet. Okay. These, they smell so good. Okay. Okay, I know what it is. It's time for the French fried onions. Huh. See? I had to look at it and say, wait a minute. What is this dish missing? So I cooked it a little and now I'm going to cover it. But I'm going to put the French fried onion, not yet actually, because I want it to really cook on high with the other dishes. I want them all to cook on really high right now. And then, because I don't want to burn the crispy fried onions, okay? Oh, a brand new pack. See, I must have been thinking ahead. I would never buy ingredients for the green bean casserole without including the French fried onion. So those get sprinkled on top. And kind of at the last minute, like the last hour or 45 minutes. Okay, so let's put that back in and everything will bake. And you're probably wondering, Corinne, did you go vegetarian? And I didn't. If you didn't see the beginning of this, I actually, let's pull that ham out. And I'll show you. Because the ham is cooked enough. So let me see. I gotta do this safely. I gotta get those Tivets. Where's the other one? It's here. It what? Oh man, how did that happen? Wow, it almost burned. Look at that, it burned. How did that even happen? Wow, that's not even safe. That's stuck to the bottom. You know what? You guys, can you believe that shit? Oh my God. Look at this. That's supposed to be fireproof in a way. Not only did it melt, these are going in the trash. Unfortunately, I like them with the smell, but I'm not going to use them for cooking. Right, Susan, this thing stuck to the bottom. It was supposed to hold the heat. Maybe it was because it's aluminum foil. Anything hot this should not have melted. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's going in the trash. It smells like beep. It smells bad. Here. Let me put it over here so. Okay. Well, a little drama here in the kitchen. Okay, so let's get back to, okay, so we don't have anything to set this down on except kind of rest it on the, well, I don't want to put it on the plate either. Sometimes I just rest it like on a rag, literally, like the side of it. I mean, okay. Now, okay. Wow, you guys have good eyes. Thank you. Thanks for looking out too. But I saw it. I did see it. So here's the ham. I poured the honey on it and it's done. If it got any more well done, it would be impossible. So let's put it there, and that's pretty much done, and we could cover that. Okay. Put that on the side. Oh yeah, I have eyes on the back of my head, so I'm a fire sign. See, look. It looked like it started on the other one too. So heads up, man. These are not good Tivets, because I don't think aluminum foil should have done that. Okay, so let's go back to the dish here. This one's pretty much done too. Yeah, that's good. Ooh, it got a little brown. That's nice. This is done. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, okay, that's done. If you came into this later, it's spinach with asparagus. So let's just leave it on the stove, but let's turn it off for now, and then later we could reheat it up. Okay, so let's all take a deep breath. Okay, so the potato needs to go back in, and see, the manufacturer of that company, it's their karma that all of you see that they're not safe, you know, because they're not safe. They smell like beautiful, like rattan in the middle of the Caribbean, like a rattan chair or something. Okay, so here's the potato. It's kind of doing this thing. It's splitting open, so it's fine though, because it needs more, believe it or not, it needs more holes in it. It looks like real tough. So let's give it, now I don't want to ruin my new Native American pot holder with grease, so I'm just going to grab the, oh, it's actually cooking really well. It went right through on the edge there. Okay. Yeah, let's just give it some pokes. Okay. Back in it goes. Sometimes if you put a little piece of foil, where do these perfect little foils come from? Like, that's exactly the size I needed. But this has been a really fun show, and I'm glad nothing tragic happened. I would have smelled it. I saw it out of the corner of my eye when I whipped around like that. I saw it laying on the bottom of the oven. So what happened was it stuck to the bottom. This tivet, which is now burned up and put over there for trash, stuck to the bottom of the baking pan, like those aluminum baking pans. They're all in there. There's 3 of those. And I got this dish. So it's all done, and what I'm going to do is possibly take a picture of it all, like a feast. Thanks for joining. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Everything was going nice and smooth until the house almost burned down. Just kidding. Okay, so I love you. Merry Christmas. And I want to light my fireplace, but there's still safety issues on that I'm looking into. So we'll see. I've had my share of fireplaces in other houses, so we'll see about that. Thanks for watching, and let's see if we got everything. So the honey went on the potato, and I drizzled it on the ham first. Okay, so that's done. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything because that was kind of a distraction. Oh yeah, we were talking about this too. So I have to set an alarm and put the crispy fried onions on top of the green bean casserole. So let's see, timer. Actually, I want that all to cook about another 30 minutes. How about 25? That way nothing gets too overcooked. And then at that moment is when I'm going to sprinkle the crispy fried onions on top of the family tradition green bean casserole. Thank you for joining. I hope you had a lovely Christmas dinner. From my family to yours, Team Corin. Love you. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.